So in this question, you are told without using a calculator, evaluate. So we have 2 1/3 minus 1 1/5 of 2 divided by a quarter minus into bracket minus a half cubed. So here we apply the BODMAS. So BODMAS is explains the order of operation. And what we do first here is, BODMAS means bracket of division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. So we write our fractions here in improper form as we continue to solve. So this is 3 times 2 plus 1, that is 6, that is 7 divided by 3. Then we have minus, this is 5 times 1, that is 5 plus 1 is 6 over 5. Multiply by off means multiply by 2, divide by a quarter, minus. So here we have bracket, and when you cube a half, the 2 cubed is 8, and because we have a minus sign here, minus multiply by minus is minus, so you have into bracket minus 1 over 8. Minus 1 over 8. So that is when you cube a half, minus 1 over 8, to close the bracket. So when you multiply here, you get this is 7 over 3 minus that, this will be 12 divided by 5 divided by, now a quarter, when you open the bracket, it will be negative, and negative is positive, so we have a quarter plus 1 over 8. So from there we go to, now we can get the LCM of 3 and 5, that is 15. So this is 15. 15 divided by 3 is 5. Multiplied by 7 is 35. Then we have minus 15 divided by 5 is 3, multiplied by 12, that will give you 36. You can write here, divide by, you get the LCM here, it is 8. So 8 divided by 4 is 2, multiplied by 1 is 2, and 8 divided by 8 is 1, multiplied by 1 is 1. So this will give you 36 minus 12, minus 30, 35 minus 36 is minus 1, divide by 15. Then you divide by 2 plus 1 is 3, divided by 8. Now from there, you say it is minus 1 over 15. You multiply by 8 over 3. This will give you 8, 1 times 8 is 8, divide by, 15 times 3 is 45. So that is the answer to that question. So that's how you work it using the BODMAS. You have to follow that procedure. Otherwise, if you don't follow, you get a totally different answer. So thank you for watching. So in this question, you are told, given that 6 to power 2n minus 3 is equals to 7,776, find the value of n. So to be able to do this question, you need to express this number in index form or in power form. And we can say that because you may not determine the index form of this, you can use this method. You can use, you can say you draw a line there, you write this is 7, 7, 7, 6. So when you divide by 2, you get it is 3,888. You divide again by 2, you get 1,944. Divide by 2 again, you can get 972. 972. We divide again by 2. In this case, we are getting the factors you get it is 486. 486. Again, we divide by 2, you get 243. 243. This is 3. We now divide by 3, we get 81. We divide again by 3, you get 27. Divide by 3, you get 9. And you divide by 3, you get 3. So the factors, this is 2 to power 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 to power 5 multiply by 3 to power 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 to power 5, which we can write, it is 2 times 3 or raised to power 5, which is equals to 6 to power 5. Now, having reached that stage, you can now equate your 6 to power 2n minus 3. You equate that to 6 to power 5. Since now we have the common base, it means the index are the same, or the powers. So it means 2n minus 3 is equals to 5. Take 3 to the other side, it means 2n. It changes to positives, is equals to 5 plus 3 is 8. Divide both sides by 2. So you find your n is equals to 4. So that's how you work it out. So the most important thing here is when you are given a question like this one, you have to find a common base by expressing the one side and the other side to have a common base, and then you can equate the powers. So that's how you work it out. Thank you for watching. This is question number 3, and you are told the base of a right pyramid is a rectangle of length 80 centimeter and 60 centimeter width. Each slant edge of the pyramid is 130. Calculate the volume of the pyramid. So the volume of a pyramid is calculated by volume is equals to that multiplied by base area multiplied by height. So that is the formula for calculating the volume of a pyramid. For convenience, it is good you have a sketch of that. So let me make my sketch and see what kind of a figure that we have. So this is my sketch, and for us to be able to apply our formula, we need the height. And the height is from the vertex down to the center of the, so this is the height. For us to get this, we need to get, okay, we are told here it is 80 centimeter, 60 centimeter, and this is 130 centimeter. So we need the height. For us to be able to get the height, we will need to apply the Pythagoras theorem. First of all, we get the slanting side here. So the first triangle, so we can call this L. The first triangle is formed between 130. Now this angle here is 90, so we need L. So we can say this angle, this triangle is like this. So this is 130, and this is half of 60, so this is 30. This is right angle, so this is now our L. So for us to get L is equals to, use the Pythagoras theorem, it is the square root of 130 squared minus 30 squared. And you can use your calculator to compute that. You get that to give you around 126.5. Or you can leave it as a square. Then, as a square. Then, we need now to use another triangle. This another triangle, this one. to get now the height. So the other triangle looks like this. So now we have obtained, this is 126.5, and now this is half of 40, so this is 40. So this is 40, and this is now our height. Now using the Pythagoras theorem, we say h is equals to the square root of 126.5 minus 40 squared, which when you compute using your calculator, you should get 120 centimeter. Now we have the height, so we can apply our formula. So now our volume is equals to that multiplied by base area is 80 multiplied by 60. Then you multiply by the height which we have obtained is 120, and using your calculator you get this is 192,000 centimeter cubed. So that is the volume, and that is how you go about that question. So I hope you have understood, and thank you for watching. This is question number 4. We are told in the figure below, ABCD is a uniform cross-section of a solid. Given that FG is one of the visible edges of the solid, complete the sketch showing hidden edges with broken lines. So this is a very simple question. All what you need, because you are told it's a sketch, you can complete the solid so that we can say that is one line. We draw another one here. Then we draw another one here. So these are complete lines, so you can join that one, you can join that one, and you join that one. So those are complete lines. Then we have the hidden lines. This is a hidden line, also this one, and then you can have complete the lines like that, and you complete this one. Then we need to break these lines to show that they are broken. So let me break them. So we have that a broken line. These are broken lines. We are going to show there. These are broken lines. That's a broken line, and then we have this one. So that is what you are supposed to do. But now when you are doing using a pen, you just need to place your ruler there and you draw line segments so that you are able to show broken lines. So that's how you complete a very simple question, and you earn yourself maybe 4 marks in this question. The length of 3 wires were 30, 36, and 84. Pieces of wire of equal length were cut from the 3 wires. Calculate the least number of pieces obtained. So here we need to find the GCD, the greatest common divisor, so that we know how many wires are to be obtained or to be obtained from that 30, 36, and 84. So we can write 30 in its factors. So it is 2 times 3 times 5. The factors of 36 are 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. And 84, we get it is 2 times 2. This is equals to 2 times 2 times 3 times 7. So the GCD, or the greatest common divisor, is equals to what is common. So you realize that this is common, 2 is common, 2 and 3, it is common there, and it is common there. So it is 2 times 3 is equals to 6. Now, once you get 6 as a GCD, you divide, we get 30. You divide by 6 to find how many pieces will be obtained from 30, and this will give you 5. 36 divide by 6, you get 6 pieces, and 84 divide by 6, you'll be able to get 84 divided by 6, you'll be able to get 14. Now, once you get 14, then you add. So it means it is 14 plus 5, you get 19, plus 6, you get 25. So 25 pieces will be obtained from the 3 pieces of wire. So each of length 6 centimeters. So that's how you work it out, and you get good marks. Thank you for watching. Is a 2-digit number is such that the sum of its digits is 13. When the digits are interchanged, the original number is increased by 9. Find the original number. So in this question, we are going to let our digits be xy. So xy, we are told that the sum of the digits is equals to 13. That means that x plus y is equals to 13. Then we are told when the numbers are interchanged, that is, our number will be yx. The difference is or the number is increased by 9. This means that if we subtract the first number, the original number, and the second number formed, the difference should give us 9. So since we know that in this case here, this is on the 10th position, so we write our number. This is the same as 10y plus x. That is the number. Then when you minus, the other number is 10x plus y. The difference should give you 9. So we open the bracket, so you have 10y plus x minus 10x minus y is equals to 9. So this will give us 9y, and this is going to give us minus 9x is equals to 9. So this is an equation. So we are going to use the two equations, that equation and this equation, which are simultaneous, to be able to find x. So let's write that is 9x minus, not 9x, but 9y. 9y minus 9x is equals to 9, and we have x plus y is equals to 13. Or rather, let's write it in a better way. We write y plus x is equals to 13. So these are simultaneous equations. We can multiply this side by 9 and this equation by 1. So we have 9y minus 9x, that will not change, is equals to 9. Then we have 9y plus 9x. When you multiply 13 by 9, you get it is 117. So we add the two equations so that we will eliminate x. So this will give us 18y is equals to, 9 minus plus 117, that should give us 126. Divide both sides by 18, divide by 18, and you get y is equals to 7. If y is equals to 7, and we are told that x plus y is equals to 13, so it means x is equals to 13, x is equals to 13 minus 7, which is 13 minus 13, not 19, which should give you 6. Now we have our x and y, and our original number is this one. So you have our number is xy, and we have obtained our x, so then the original number is 67. The original number is 67, the number formed by x and y. So that's how you go about that question. Seven, part A, using a ruler and a pair of compasses only, construct a quadrilateral PQRS in which PQ is equals to 5 centimeter, PS is equals to 3 centimeter, QR is equals to 4 centimeter, and angle PQR is equals to 135 degrees, and SQ is angle SPQ is a right angle. Now let's make a sketch that is going to guide us on how to go about it. And when you are told to use a ruler and a compass, you don't use other instruments, because you are being tested. For example, you know how to make measurements, like PQ is equals to 5 centimeter. You know how to construct angle PQR. Angle PQR is equals to 90 degrees plus 45. So let's make a sketch. So this is the shape of the figure that we need to have. This is PQ, which is 5 centimeter. We are given PS is 3 centimeter. We are given QR is 4 centimeter, and this angle is 135. The angle SPQ is 90, so that angle is 90. So for us to be able to construct this, you start by drawing line PQ. Line PQ, using a compass, you are using a ruler, you draw a straight line. So this is a line that you have drawn, and these are your points. So this is, you measure 5 centimeter, so this is our point P, and this is our point Q. So after that, we are going to construct an angle of 90 at point P, so that we have a vertical line which is going to, and then measure 3 centimeter to get the position of S. And how do we construct angle 90? From point P, you make a mark at this side and another mark the same equal distance with your compass. Then from there, you use this point to make a mark there and to make a mark there. Then with this point here, you draw a line from P passing through that point, and you measure 3 centimeter. So that's where 3 centimeter is. So this is remember, here we had said it is 5 centimeter. Here it is 3 centimeter. Now we need to construct a line from Q to get position of R, where we are told that the angle here is 135. And how do we construct angle 135? We construct angle 35. We can draw an angle of 90, and then we make from P, we make then we divide the other 90 by 2, so that will give us bisect the angle 90 so that we get 45, and that is where the line of QR passes. So let's do. So this is a angle of 90. What I have done is just like we have done from point P, I've made 2 points there, then use this point to make a mark there, and use this other point to make a mark there using your compass. Then you join point Q through the mark here, you make a vertical line. Now this is angle 90, and we need to make angle 135. So we need to bisect this angle here so that we get the line QR. When you add 90 plus 45, it will add up to 135. So let's do that. Now here I have bisected this angle by marking a point on the vertical line equidistant from Q to this point. Then I have made 2 marks from this point, that is, and another one from this point, and then I have joined point P with where these 2 marks intersect, and I have come up with that line. And it means, since we have bisected this angle 90, this is 45. And now when you add 90 and 45, we have achieved our angle 135. So now what remains is to measure 4 centimeter using your ruler and a compass, so that we get the position of R. So now we have measured 4 centimeter. So this is our point R. This is 4 centimeter. So what remains now is to join the line. This is our S, is to join a line so that we have SR, and that will have completed our diagram. So let's do that. So when you join S and R, our diagram would look like that. So what is important here is you don't use any other instrument apart from your ruler and compass. Actually, these marks that we are making here when we are constructing a vertical line, and when we are bisecting, those are the where the examiner will check to see whether you have used the correct the ruler and the compass. You are being tested whether you know how to construct an angle of 135, whether you know how to measure 4 centimeter, 5 centimeter, and things like that. And there you get a full mark. So let's go look at part B of this question. Part B of this question says the quadrilateral PQRS which you have plotted represent a plot of land drawn to scale of 1 is to the ratio of 4,000, determine the actual length of RS in meters. So first of all, you need to understand this. 1 is to 400, it means 1 centimeter represent 4,000 centimeter. So if we divide 4,000 by 100, it means 1 centimeter represent 40 meters. Determine the actual length of RS in meters. So this is our RS. When you measure RS using a ruler, you get it's around 7.8 centimeter. So 7.8 you multiply 7.8, you multiply by 40, and you get the actual length of RS in meters is 312 meters. So that is how you do that, and you get full mark. Question number 8 on vectors. And we are told, given that OA is equals to 3 and OB is equals to minus 4, 5, find the midpoint M of OAB. Now, if we are given this is a position vector, it means the coordinates of A are 2, 3, and the coordinates of B are minus 4, 5. Now, to get the midpoint M, the coordinates of M, we can simply say it is 2 plus minus 4 divided by 2, and the other one is 3 plus 5 divided by 2. So 2 plus minus 4 is the same as m. This is the same as 2 minus 4 is minus 2. Minus 2 divided by 2 is minus 1. Then we have 3 plus 5 is 8, and divide by 2 you get 4. So these are the coordinates of the midpoint M of AB, and that's how you simply do that. Number 9. Two towns R and S are 45 kilometers apart. A bus traveling at an average speed of 60 kilometers per hour left town R for town S at 8 a.m. A truck left town S for town R at 9 a.m. and met the bus at 11 a.m. Determine the average speed of the truck. When you are given this kind of a question, it is good to make a sketch so that you understand what to do and how to solve it. So let's make a sketch, a line representing the distance between the two towns. So this is our line representing the distance between town R. So this is our R and this is our S. Let's say they met here. So that is the meeting point. Now you realize the bus started the journey at 8. That's what you are told, and it's traveling at a speed of 60 kilometers per hour, and it met with the bus at 11. So it means by the time they met, the bus had covered a distance of since we have 3 hours there, so it means the bus had traveled 60, that is distance is equals to 6 speed times time. So this is 3, it is equals to 180 kilometers. We remember we are told that the distance here between the two towns is 245 kilometers. So 245, you subtract 180, 245, you subtract 180, and you'll be left with 65 kilometers. Now it means the bus had, the road had covered 65 kilometers by the time it met with the bus. So we can calculate speed is equals to distance over time, which is equals to 65 divide by time, which is 2 hours, because it started at 9 and they met at 11. So those are 2 hours, and this will give you 32.5. So the answer is 32.5 kilometers per hour. So that is the average speed of the truck, and that's how you do that question. So the diagram helps us to understand what we need to calculate and be able to see it properly. So thank you for watching. Number 9. Two towns R and S are 45 kilometers apart. A bus traveling at an average speed of 60 kilometers per hour left town R for town S at 8 a.m. A truck left town S for town R at 9 a.m. and met the bus at 11 a.m. Determine the average speed of the truck. When you are given this kind of a question, it is good to make a sketch so that you understand what to do and how to solve it. So let's make a sketch, a line representing the distance between the two towns. So this is our line representing the distance between town R. So this is our R and this is our S. Let's say they met here. So that is a meeting point. Now you realize the bus started the journey at 8. That's what you are told, and it's traveling at a speed of 60 kilometers per hour, and it met with the bus at 11. So it means by the time they met, the bus had covered a distance of since we have 3 hours there, so it means the bus had traveled 60, that is distance is equals to 6 speed times time, so this is 3, it is equals to 180 kilometers. We remember we are told that the distance here between the two towns is 245 kilometers. So 245, you subtract 180, 245, you subtract 180, and you'll be left with 65 kilometers. Now it means the bus had, the lorry had covered 65 kilometers by the time it met with the bus. So we can calculate speed is equals to distance over time, which is equals to 65 divided by time, which is 2 hours, because it started at 9 and they met at 11, so those are 2 hours, and this will give you 32.5. So the answer is 32.5 kilometers per hour. So that is the average speed of the truck, and that's how you do that question. So the diagram helps us to understand what we need to calculate and be able to see it properly. So thank you for watching. Question number 10. In the figure below, WXYZ, WX is equals to 10 centimeters, so that is our WX. Our XY is 5 centimeter, and angle WXY is 150, so this angle is 150 degrees, and we are required to calculate the area. So you notice that since we have ZY is parallel to WX and WZ is parallel to XY, this is a parallelogram. If we draw a line from W to our Y, then it will have divided the parallelogram into two triangles which are equal in size, and we can get the area of one triangle and multiply by 2, which will give us the area of the parallelogram. So we can say area is equals to 2 multiplied by the area of this triangle. Since we are given two sides and they are including angle, so we use a formula, I have AB, so I have AB sine theta, which is our WX is 10 multiplied by 5, the sine of 150 degrees. So using a calculator, first of all, you can divide 2 by 2, you get 1. So you multiply 10 times 5, that is 50, multiplied by the sine of 150, and this should give you 25 centimeter squared. So that is how you get the area. A very simple question, and you earn yourself good marks. So thank you for watching. Question number 11. Without using mathematical tables or a calculator, evaluate sine 30 degrees minus sine 60 degrees, or divided by tan 60 degrees. So this question, we use what we call special angles. Special angles are 30 degrees, 45 degrees, and 60 degrees. Why are they called special angles? Because you can be able to get their trig ratios without using mathematical tables or calculator. For us to be able to show that, I'm going to use a triangle to demonstrate how we get the sine trig ratios of these angles and why we refer to them as special angles. This is an equilateral triangle. We can name it A, we have B, C, and we know an equilateral triangle, all the sides are equal, and we have a line from A. We can call this M. So we can say this side is 2, this side is 2, and this side is 2 units, because it is an equilateral triangle, and therefore when M is a midpoint of BC, and therefore that side is 1 and this side is 1. This angle here is 90, meaning that we can get the Pythagoras theorem and say that to get AM, it is equals to AM is equals to the square root of 2 squared minus, that is minus 1 squared. This is equals to the square root of 4 minus 1, which is equals to the square root of 3. So it means this side is the square root of 3. We know an equilateral triangle, the angles are equal, so that angle is 60. This angle is also 60. This angle is, when you divide by 2, it is 30, and this angle here is 30. So since we are told to get the to evaluate this means that our question will have sin 30. Sin 30 is the opposite side divided by the hypotenuse. So it means this is equals to opposite side is 1 divided by 2. Then we subtract. This is angle 60. So sin 60, angle 60 is equals to the opposite side, which is root 3 divided by the hypotenuse. So it is root 3 divided by 2. Then we divide by the tan of 60. So this is the tan of 60 is opposite of adjacent. So it is root 3 divided by 1. So this is equals to, we get the LCM here is this 2. So this is 1 minus root 3, or this is divided by root 3. So we can now say that this is equals to 1 minus root 3 divided by 2 multiply by, because this is division, we can say it is divided by 1 over root 3, which is equals to 1 minus the root of 3 divided by 2 multiplied by the root of 3 is 2 root 3. So that is how you work it out, and you get you evaluate this without using a calculator or a mathematical table. So remember, you follow instructions, you don't use a mathematical table and you don't use a calculator, simply because the calculator will give you a value, in fact in decimal places, and what you are being tested is, do you know how to get the trig ratios of these special angles? So with angle 45, maybe we'll cover it later to see why it is also a special angle. So thank you for watching. Question number 12. Use matrix method to solve 5x plus 3y is equals to 35. 3x minus 4y is equals to minus 8. So we first write these two equations in matrix form, and that will be 5. We have 3. We have 3. We have minus 4. So that these are the constant form, the 2 by 2 matrix. Then we have x and y is equals to 35 and minus 8. So that is two equations when you write them using the matrix. So from there, to solve for this, we need to multiply both sides with the inverse of this matrix. So the inverse, to get the inverse of this matrix, we need to get the determinant. Determinant is the difference between the product of the elements of main diagonal, so that is 5 minus 4, that is, this is a main diagonal, minus 3 multiplied by 3. So this will give you 20 minus 20 minus 9, and this will give you minus 29. So now we get the inverse, and we multiply the inverse of this matrix for both sides. So this will give us 1 over the determinant, which is 29, into bracket. We interchange the elements of the main diagonal, so that become minus 4. This is 5, and we introduce the minus sign to the other diagonal. Then we multiply by 5, 3 minus 4. We have xy. Whatever we have done to the left hand side, we also do to the right hand side. So it is 1 over minus 29 into bracket minus 4 minus 3 minus 3, 5, and here we have 35 and minus 8. So we have balanced both sides. Then from there we have we know that when you multiply this side, you multiply this matrix with its inverse, you obviously get the identity matrix. And when you multiply the identity matrix with xy, it will not change. It is like multiplying by 1. So we have our x and y. Now we concentrate on the other, the right hand side. So when you multiply this, you say it is minus 4 times 35. So we can start by writing 1 over minus 29. You multiply minus 4 times 35 plus minus 3 times minus 8, and that will give you minus 116. We put the bracket, and then we multiply minus 3 times 35. That will give you minus 105 plus 5 times minus 8, that is minus 40, and that will give you minus 145. So from there we now multiply 1 over minus 29 multiply by minus 1 over 116, that will give you 4. And you multiply minus 1 over minus 29 times 145, that will give you 5. So this means that our x is equals to 4 and our y is equals to 5. So that is how you solve these two simultaneous equations using the matrix method. I hope it is clear, and thank you for watching. Question number 13, expand and simplify. Now this part here, we can expand and write it as 2x plus 1 into bracket. Then we have 2x plus 1, then we have plus. This one we can expand, so we multiply x multiplied by x, that will give us x squared. X multiplied by minus 3x, that is minus 3x. Minus 1 times x, that is minus x. Then minus 1 times minus 3, that will give us plus 3. We expand this one, so 2x multiplied by 2x, that will give us 4x squared. Then 2x multiplied by 1, that will give us 2x. Then 1 times 2x, that will give us 2x, and 1 times 1 will give us plus 1. Then we add x squared. This will be minus 4x minus x plus 3. Then we'll put the right terms together here. We'll end up with 4x squared plus 4x plus 1 minus x squared minus 4x plus 3. So we can put the right terms together. So here we have 4x plus x squared. That will give us 5x squared, and then we have 4x minus 4x, that is 0, then 1 plus 3, that will give us 4. So that is how you expand and simplify that expression. So thank you for watching. So question number 14, use mathematical tables to find the reciprocal of 0.0247, hence evaluate the cube root of 3.025 divided by 0.0247. So we can get the reciprocal of this number 0.0247, and the reciprocal is of this number is 1 divided by 0.0247, which is we can write as 1 divided by 2.47. We write it in standard form times 10 to power minus 2. This is equals to 1 over 2.47 multiplied by 1 over 10 to power minus 2. Now you can read the inverse of this number from the mathematical table, and you get it is 0.4049 multiplied by the reciprocal of 10 is 10 minus 2 into bracket minus 1. That represents the inverse. Now when you multiply that, you get it is 0.4049 multiplied by, when you open this bracket, 2 apply the third row of indices, 2 minus 2 times minus 1, that will give you minus 2. So this is 10 squared, which is 100. So you multiply 0.4049 times 100 is equals to 40.49. So now to complete now the question, you need to now get work out that, evaluate this. So this means that this is the same as the cube root of 3.025 divided by 0.0247, which we can write as the square root of cube root of 3.025 multiplied by 1 over 0.0247. And you note here we had already calculated the inverse. This is the inverse of 0.0247. So you get the cube root of 3.0225, which is 1.4462, and you multiply by, now this is the inverse of 0.0247, which is 40.49, and this, when you're using your calculator, you get it is 58.5584. So that is how you work out that question regarding the inverse, and then you use your inverse to evaluate that expression. So thank you for watching. Question number 15. A Kenyan business intended to buy goods worth $20,000 from South Africa. Calculate the value of goods to the nearest South African rand, given that $1 is equivalent to 101.9378 Kenyan shillings, and 1 South African rand is equivalent to 7.6326 Kenyan shillings. So you need to convert now these $20,000 to South African rand, and you cannot do that directly because we have not given how many dollars are equivalent to 1 South African rand. So what we need to do is first of all to convert this amount, $20,000 US dollars, to Kenyan shilling. So you can say in Kenyan shillings it is the 20,000 multiplied by $1 is equivalent to 101.9378, and this, when you multiply, use your calculator, you get 2,008,756. So that is in Kenyan shillings. Then we need to find out how many South African rand are equivalent to 2,038,756, and we get this since we have been given that one South African rand is equal to 7.6326 Kenyan shillings. Then we divide our amount, which is 0.8756. We divide by 7 shillings and 63.6326, and you use your calculator to work out that you get it is equals to 267 112 South African rand. So that is how you work out that, and you get a full mark for that. So thank you for watching. So question number 16, a photograph measuring 24 centimeter by 15 centimeter is enclosed in a frame. A uniform space of width x centimeter is left in between the edges of the photograph and the frame. If the area of the space is 270 centimeters squared, find the value of x. To understand and be fast in solving this problem, we are going to create a sketch that is going to guide us on how to work it out. So let's have a sketch. So this is a sketch that we have, and we can say we can okay, we are told that this is 24, the length, centimeter, and this is 15 centimeter. So we can subdivide this into 4 sections, the shaded part. So we have so we can say here now this is 24 plus 2x, that is this x and this x. Then the other one, we have this part here, it is 15. This is the same as 15. So to get the area, we can get the area of this part here and multiply by 2 because of this other side. Get the area of this part here and multiply by 2 because of the other side. So to get the area, we will say it is 2 multiplied by 15. That is this part. 2 is because we have 2 times, and this will be 15 times x. So that is 15x. We add to 2 multiplied by 24 plus 2x. This is the length, multiplied by the x here. So that is from there. So they get the area. So this is multiplied by x, and this will be this will give you 30x plus, when you open the brackets here, this is 48. Okay, we say it is 48 plus 4x multiplied by x, and this will give us 30x plus 48x plus 4x squared. But we are told that the area of this part is 270. So we say this is, we can write it 4x squared When you add this, you get 30x plus 48. That will give you 78x is equals to 270. We bring 270 to this side. We will have 4x squared plus 78x minus 270 is equals to 0. This is a quadratic equation, and to make it a bit simpler, let us divide by 2 throughout. So this will give us 2x squared plus 78 divided by 2. That will give us 39x minus 135 is equals to 0. We can solve this by factor method. We get two numbers such that, okay, first of all, we multiply 2 multiplied by 135. That will give us 270. So we get two numbers such that when you multiply them, you get 270. When you add them, you get 39. These two numbers are 45 and minus 6. When you multiply 45 times 6, you get 270. 45 minus 6 is 39. So we rewrite our expression as 2x squared plus 45x minus 6x minus 135 is equals to 0. So we factor out this. We have here, we have this, we have x will be left with 2x plus 45 plus, here we factor out 3. So we factor out 3. We factor out minus 3. So this will change to minus. So we factor out minus 3. We will be left with 2x plus 45 is equals to 0. So we combine this, we'll get x minus 3 and 2x plus 45 is equals to 0. So this means that x is equals to 3 or minus 22.5. And because we are talking of length, it cannot be negative. So we conclude that our x is equals to 3. So that